What is life? How did it first came to be? That's a question that many scientists have wondered about. In this video, I'll show you a few ways people thought of how life first originated. I'll explain to you now the first theory of origins of life. The first theory is called spontaneous generation. This theory was thought by Aristotle, the student of Plato, and a Greek philosopher. His theory states that life was born from non-living matter. Aristotle then backed up his theory with an experiment. He had cheese and a piece of cloth, and he wrapped the cloth around the cheese and put it on the ground. After around a few weeks, mice had spontaneously appeared at the cheese, and because of this experiment is what made people thought that Aristotle's theory was true. Through time, people had thought that Aristotle's theory was true. But later on in the 19th century, a man named Louis Pasteur had proven him wrong. Louis Pasteur was a French microbiologist and a chemist. He had conducted his experiment at 1859. This experiment had proven that life doesn't just come spontaneously, and so Aristotle's theory was proven wrong. I'll explain to you now the second theory of how life came to be. This is the Urey-Miller experiment theory. In 1953, Stanley Miller, American chemist and biologist, worked with Harold Urey, his teacher. They had wanted to find the origins of life, and had made an experiment with a flask and gas forms of methane, ammonia, hydrogen, and water. He had simulated early Earth's atmosphere with these chemicals. He then ran electricity through the flask, simulating lightning that continuously hit the ocean. After a few days, nothing had appeared in the flask, but then a week, there was amino acids that would form. But people questioned their theory because on early Earth, there was a high percentage of carbon dioxide and less percentage of the chemicals that Miller had used. Another theory that was believed to be of how life was born was the frozen ocean method. This theory was thought that back on early Earth, the Earth had its ocean frozen to only about 300 meters, and so life was made on the bottom. It is said that back then, sunlight had only 30% less luminous than today now, and also said that organic molecules are unstable at high temperatures and are destroyed quickly as they are produced. So the ice can be like a shield from the harmful ultraviolet light, which destroys organic compounds and from devastating effects from impacts of falling meteorites, not causing its organic code to be destroyed and can help it survive for a much longer time. I'll explain to you now the last theory of how life came to be. This is the thermal vent theory. Thermal vent theory is one of the current theories explaining how life had first started. It explains that life had originated in the deeper levels of the ocean, at the hydrothermal vents that resides in the bottom of the ocean. The vents were first discovered in the years 1979 by a man named Jack Corliss. They had found out that the vents had released hot gas substances, which was from the center of the Earth, at a temperature that goes up to 572 degrees Fahrenheit. Life would not be sustainable in the ocean, but after the discovery of the vents, the scientists have found out that near the vents they found an ecosystem of life. And because of this discovery is how scientists question that the ocean was actually the place that life originated. If you look at this on a molecular level, life originating from the vents beneath the surface of the ocean is not very likely. This was because it was known that any molecules, if under high temperatures, will be unstable and break down and be destroyed as fast as it's being made. Although this was the case, some people supported this theory that life originated from the ocean. Organic molecules were not formed in the 300 degrees Fahrenheit temperature, but between the hydrothermal vent waters. With this said, there have been many debates whether or not if this was actually how life originated from. Although there are many theories telling us how life was born, we still won't truly know how life was first created. But as we continue towards the future, we will have new theories and new technologies to find the answer to this question. What is the origins of life?